Hey, I just had a question on one of my lives. Somebody asked me about a key not working very well in their lock on their garage door. I'm assuming it's a deadbolt. I don't know that, but I do get calls out for that quite often, that my key will not come out of my lock type of thing. Let me show you what usually the most typical reason for that is, even though the deadbolts are all, there's a bunch of different kinds, but let me walk you through what usually causes that. If you guys would, make sure to like this video. It's very important to like. And I want to hear your comments on this. Have you ever had anything like this happen? Have you ever fixed it yourself? Did you have to call a locksmith to fix it for you? Write in the comments, let me know. And again, always make sure to follow me. So usually the number one contributor, you can see here that the key goes in, the key works, the key comes out, right? These keys are sharp. I just rekeyed this lock, so they're really sharp. So if this key doesn't come out, the first thing I always try, and some people I walk through over the phone, but if you put this key in, if you're able to push this plug in, so right now you don't have to, but let me loosen. Here's this tailpiece right here in the back, right? This whole cap in the back. Let me loosen this up a tiny bit. So there we go. I've loosened that tail cap a little bit. Sometimes it happens, just wear and tear over time anyway. You put the key in, right? The key works perfectly, but now the key will not come out. There we go. I just pulled that right there. So the key doesn't come out, right? I actually forced that one. That's not good, but you can see that plug. So see how that plug moves right here. Let me zoom in a tiny bit. See how that plug, this right here is your plug. See how that plug moves in and out. And that's because that tail cap is loose. So what I ask them to do is put their finger and push this in. Does the key come out when you push it in, right? If it does, then that tells me right now I'm holding this, but you can see I can move this plug if I let go. By pushing that in, you're lining up all of those chambers inside the lock. So the typical fix is, if you can take it off, push in that little pin just a tiny bit, go ahead and tighten that cap up. And again, I always tighten it up to where it's snug, and then I back it off 2 clicks. And you will usually find at that point, this key will go in and out with no troubles at all. And sorry about all the noise you're hearing the rain. It's finally raining here in Phoenix. But typically, as you've watched some of my rekeys, you know that when you put the key in and out, it moves pins up and down. If those chambers are not lined up because the tailpiece is loose, the cap is loose, that pin can't push up. So by pushing your thumb on that plug, it now lines it up, letting those pins ride up and down in the chamber. I hope this helps you. Write in the comments if you've ever had this happen before. Have you called anybody? Have you fixed it yourself? Let me know.